The only 6 exercises you need to do after age 40, and number 1 will surprise you. Have you ever imagined what your body will be like a decade from now? Think about looking back and realizing that a few simple choices made today could have transformed your health, strength, and quality of life. If that resonates with you, then now is the time to act. The big advantage, you don't need to invest in expensive equipment or spend hours at the gym. There are accessible yet incredibly powerful movements you can do at home, and your future self will thank you. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 key exercises that build strength, mobility, endurance, and stability all at once. Get ready. Exercise number 1 will truly surprise you. Stick around to the end and make sure your body 10 years from now is strong, agile, and pain-free. Number 6, shoulder external rotation with resistance band. Shoulder external rotation with a resistance band is essential for maintaining shoulder mobility and thoracic spine health. Neglecting this exercise can lead to stiff shoulders and hunched posture, especially if you spend hours at a computer or on your phone. It combats rounded shoulders and a curved back, problems that worsen with age, a sedentary lifestyle, and poor posture habits. To perform it, anchor a resistance band to a fixed point at elbow height. Stand sideways, holding the other end with your closest hand, elbow bent at 90 degrees and arm tucked against your body. Keep your spine upright and shoulders relaxed. From this position, slowly rotate your forearm outward, moving your hand away from your torso until you feel a gentle stretch in your chest and inner shoulder. Return to the starting position with control and complete 12 to 15 repetitions before switching sides. What makes this rotation essential is its ability to stretch the chest muscles, strengthen the rotator cuff, and balance muscle activation, promoting shoulder alignment and improving posture over time. With daily practice, tasks like opening doors, driving comfortably, and reaching overhead become much easier. Plus, by improving external shoulder mobility, you significantly reduce the risk of bursitis, tendinitis, and other injuries that come with aging, lack of warm-up, or repetitive movements. To enhance the results, coordinate the movement with your breathing. Inhale during the rotation and exhale as you return, keeping your core engaged to protect your lower back. If the exercise feels too easy, vary the angle of your elbow or use a band with more resistance to further challenge the rotators. If you feel sharp pain, not just muscle discomfort, stop and consult a professional. Small precautions today ensure healthy shoulders and movement independence tomorrow. Number 5, single leg glute bridge. The single leg glute bridge is a highly underrated exercise, yet it offers tremendous benefits for strengthening the glutes, hamstrings, and deeply activating the lower core, while also stabilizing the lower back. This practice is vital because the hip and glute area plays a central role in movement and supporting the torso. When these muscles weaken, simple tasks like getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or squatting become painful and risky, and poor posture can worsen. To perform it, lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and arms at your sides. Raise your hips until your knees, hips, and torso form a straight line. Then fully extend one leg forward, keeping it aligned with your torso. Push through the heel of the supporting foot to maintain the lift and hold for 1 to 2 seconds. Lower your hips to the ground with control, switch legs, and repeat. Do 10 to 12 repetitions on each side. It's essential to keep your lower back stable and your core engaged throughout the movement. If you notice excessive arching in the lower back, reduce the lift's range of motion or slightly bend the extended leg's knee for better control. Focus on quality over quantity. Slow and precise movements ensure effective muscle activation and protect the joints. In addition to strengthening the lower core, the single leg bridge improves balance and corrects asymmetries between sides of the body, reducing the risk of injury during rotational activities or while carrying weight. A common mistake is using momentum from the torso instead of glute strength. Focus on driving the movement through the supporting heel. With consistent practice, you'll notice it becomes easier to squat, climb stairs, and even sit on the floor without discomfort. Imagine a few years from now being able to play with your grandchildren or go on long walks without hip pain. All possible by dedicating just a few minutes a day to this powerful exercise. Number 4, bodyweight Romanian deadlift. The bodyweight Romanian deadlift is one of those underrated exercises that once added to your routine can completely transform your strength and stability. This movement intensely targets the posterior chain, muscles like the hamstrings, glutes, and spinal erectors, and also engages the core to keep your spine neutral. Strengthening this region is essential for maintaining proper posture and preventing lower back pain, especially for those who spend a lot of time sitting or in slouched positions. Over time, the posterior chain tends to weaken, while the hip flexors shorten, creating an imbalance that can lead to injuries, stiffness, and limitations in everyday tasks. To perform it, stand with your feet shoulder width apart and knees slightly bent. Cross your arms over your chest or place your hands behind your head, keeping your elbows open. Begin the movement by pushing your hips back, leaning your torso forward as if bowing to greet someone, while maintaining the natural curve of your spine. Lower yourself until you feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings without rounding your back. Then contract your glutes and hamstrings to return to the upright position, as if closing your hips. Perform 12 to 15 repetitions with a controlled tempo and steady breathing. The secret to an effective bodyweight Romanian deadlift lies in conscious muscle activation and maintaining perfect alignment. Avoid bending your knees too much and don't allow your torso to drop past the ideal line. The movement should come from the hips, not the lower back. If you feel tightness in your hamstrings, gradually increase the range of motion as your flexibility improves. With regular practice, you'll notice increased mobility and strength, naturally progressing the difficulty of the exercise. Prioritizing this exercise makes a huge difference because, over time, weakness in the posterior chain not only causes chronic pain, but also compromises tasks like lifting boxes, pushing carts, or simply standing for long periods. When these muscles fail, the lower back takes on the load, increasing the risk of herniated discs and degenerative injuries. Additionally, the bodyweight Romanian deadlift improves body awareness, teaching your body how to move with control and protect the spine during everyday actions, avoiding repetitive microtraumas. To increase the challenge, you can hold water bottles or wear a backpack loaded with books, always without sacrificing form. A more advanced variation is performing the movement on one leg, which further challenges balance and stability. In the end, spending just a few minutes a day on this movement is an investment with direct returns to your quality of life. Imagine 10 years from now getting out of bed without lower back pain or standing all day with ease, all thanks to the bodyweight Romanian deadlift. Number 3, shoulder tap plank. When people think of strengthening the core, they often go straight to traditional crunches, but few realize that isometric and stability exercises can be even more effective and safer. The shoulder tap plank is a perfect example. It not only works your abdominal muscles intensely, but also strengthens the shoulders, improves balance, and activates the stabilizing muscles of the hips and lower back. Most importantly, this exercise directly impacts your ability to move through daily tasks with greater control and safety. Think about how many times you need to lean on a surface, carry a bag with one arm, or bend down to grab something. All of these actions require core stability and trunk control. When these muscles are weak, your body compensates improperly, which can lead to falls, imbalance, or injury. That's why strengthening this region is not just about aesthetics, it's about function and prevention. To perform the shoulder tap plank, start in a high plank position with your hands aligned under your shoulders and your body forming a straight line from head to heels. Engage your core, glutes, and thighs to maintain stability. Carefully lift your right hand to lightly tap your left shoulder, then return it to the floor in a controlled manner. Repeat the movement with your left hand to your right shoulder. The goal is to perform the exercise without allowing your hips to sway side to side. This requires your core to work hard to stabilize the body. A common mistake is rushing the movement or allowing the hips to move excessively. This not only reduces the effectiveness of the exercise, but can also place strain on the lower back. So take it slow. If it's too difficult at first, widen your stance by moving your feet farther apart to create more stability. Over time, as your strength and control improve, you can bring your feet closer together for a greater challenge. The benefits of this exercise go far beyond just a strong core. The stability you gain improves posture and efficiency in rotational movements, like reaching into the back seat of a car, and reduces the risk of injury in sports or physical activities. Additionally, working the stabilizing muscles is essential for anyone who wants a solid foundation for performing more complex exercises or lifting heavier loads. If you want to mix it up, try performing the shoulder taps with a steady rhythm, holding each tap for a second before returning to the start starting position. This increases difficulty and requires even more balance. Another variation is to place your feet on an elevated surface, which shifts more of the load to your shoulders and challenges your core even further. Ignoring the importance of body stability is a mistake many people make, especially when they're younger, but over time, the effects of not strengthening this area become clear. More frequent falls, back pain, and difficulty with basic tasks become common. By adding the shoulder tap plank to your routine, you're protecting yourself from those issues and building a solid foundation for the future. Imagine being able to move with more confidence, get up from the floor with ease, or even avoid a fall simply because your body is more stable and prepared. This is the kind of benefit that lasts a lifetime. Number 2. Bodyweight Bulgarian Split Squat. The Bodyweight Bulgarian Split Squat is a powerful functional exercise for strengthening the quadriceps, glutes, and improving single leg balance. By placing one foot behind you on a bench or step, this movement mimics the pattern of descending and rising with a single support. Essential for daily tasks like climbing stairs, getting up from a seat, or walking on uneven ground. Over time, as leg strength declines, these activities become more difficult. The Bulgarian Split Squat is a practical solution for maintaining your independence. To perform it, stand with your back to a stable bench and place the top of your right foot on it. Step your left foot forward about hip width apart, keeping your torso upright and eyes forward. Bend your left knee until your thigh is parallel to the floor, lowering in control and without letting the knee go past your toes. Then push through the heel of the front leg to return to the starting position. Complete 10 to 12 repetitions on the left side before switching to the right. Slow and mindful execution is essential for protecting the knee and properly activating the muscles. Avoid leaning your torso forward or pushing with the back leg. All the power should come from the grounded leg. If you want to increase the load, hold light dumbbells or even water bottles in each hand, but never at the expense of good form. In addition to building strength and symmetry, the Bulgarian Split Squat improves coordination and reduces the risk of falls, a critical factor for long-term mobility. It also strengthens the stabilizers of the hip and knee, protecting these joints from overload and helping to prevent pain or conditions like osteoarthritis. If you feel unsteady climbing stairs or hesitate on uneven terrain, make this exercise a priority in your routine. Start with a smaller range of motion and a lower bench. As you gain confidence, gradually increase the height of the support. Just a few minutes each day can mean years of independence in your favorite activities, like walking in the park, traveling, or playing with your grandchildren, all without worrying about physical limitations. Number 1. Front plank with leg raises. We've reached the number 1 exercise, and I can guarantee it will surprise you with how effective it is. The front plank with leg raises might seem simple, but it's one of the best movements for strengthening the core in an integrated and dynamic way. More than just activating the abs, it also recruits the glutes, lower back, and shoulders, key components for protecting the spine and maintaining solid posture throughout life. This exercise is perfect for anyone who has experienced pain while bending over or noticed their core giving out when lifting objects from the floor. Your core acts like a safety belt. When it's weak, the body compensates using the lower back and hips, increasing the risk of injury. The plank with leg raises challenges this area to maintain stability while coordinating limb movement, boosting your motor control. To perform it, start in a high plank position with your hands aligned under your shoulders and your body forming a straight line from head to heels. Engage your abs and glutes. Then slowly lift your right leg a few inches off the ground, keeping your hips stable. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds and return. Repeat with the left leg. Complete 10 to 12 raises on each side, always keeping your torso still and your gaze forward. What sets this movement apart is the synergy between stability and mobility. While your core prevents your hips from rocking, the glutes work to lift the leg, promoting balance and body awareness. This translates directly into activities like walking on uneven surfaces or reaching for high shelves, making your movement safer. If you have trouble keeping your hips stable, bring your feet closer together to increase your base of support. To make it harder, add a light ankle weight or use ankle straps. Another variation is to lift the opposite arm along with the leg, creating a plank bird dog, which demands even more coordination. By including the front plank with leg raises in your routine, you're investing in a solid movement foundation. Imagine 10 years from now getting out of bed without pain, squatting without fear, or simply walking with ease. All of that starts with a strong and stable core. Your future self will thank you for this simple yet powerful choice.